Hello everybody, my name is Anson, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play series in Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich. Today we're going to be playing as good old Persia. Or maybe Iran, I'm not too sure if the name actually changes. But we're going to be playing as Persia. We're going to be doing the absolutist rule. So long live the Shah. We're going to go for, I think it's Wrath of the Qajar Lion. Because that gives us more opportunities down here to kind of do some more of the expansion-y stuff in the future. But for now, our first priority is going to have to be the Ottoman Empire. For the obvious reason that we're going to be going to war with them probably in like 2-ish years. Government reform. Research speed plus 7.6% is not bad. Because what is literate populations? Like, again, what's with the weird numbers? I don't know why so many countries seem to have like weird numbers for these guys. But we'll go for government reform. 56 days. And what's our industry like? We have 315, which is not fantastic, I will admit. We'll get one more military factory just out here. We'll shrink. For my actual infantry divisions, do you have artillery in you? Somewhat, yes. What is that ratio? We have 3 of you. We have 6 of you. So it's about 2 to 1. But it does mean we still want some artillery being produced. For basic research, let's go for research speed. Go for production efficiency cap. Both those seem good for us. Get our Army Navy experience. So, research. We have like no resource in the country. We'll trade with the United States. And the introduction to Persia. In the past few decades, Persia has been in a state of constant change and instability. Having gained full independence from Russia and the British Empire, we struggle to find our own place in the world. All around Persia, from the smallest hamlets to the furthest corners of the nation, to the big cities like Tehran, we can see the difference in beliefs between the people. Just a few years ago, the Shah himself was shot by a socialist assassin. Although he survived, the Shah's health has been declining by the day. It is not clear that the nation can survive like this, and with the Shah's death looming, their fears of ideological divide could turn into open revolt. Democrats trying to force the republic, royalists trying to support a powerful monarchy led by the Shah's brother, Hassan Mirza, and the socialists attempting to create the first socialist state in the Middle East. We can only hope the power transition is peaceful. Our nation's military is in shambles. We are still recovering from the famine that killed millions of our people. Not only that, our political class is dominated by corrupt aristocracy, ruining our political legitimacy. Our nation has many problems to sort out, but we can see to successfully we can become the greatest empire the Middle East has ever seen. Well, hopefully. Because again, our first target is going to be the Ottomans. Qatar Dynasty. Qatar Dynasty, claiming descended from the Ozgad Turks, settling in the northwest of the Iranian Peninsula, has been active in Persian affairs for centuries. They went from roaming the Wizbath with numerous other Turkic and non-Turkic tribes and serving under the Safavid Empire, with what most would call the Fourth Persian Empire. To taking the reins of Persia as the Shahan Shahs in 1796. Ahmed Muhammad Khan Qatar, the first Qatar Shah of Persia, took control after eliminating his political rivals in the aftermath of the first Nadir Shah, Afshar and his dynasty. Seeing the political situation as unstable, the nation disintegrated once again into numerous independent kingdoms. Muhammad set out to reunify Persia under his own banner. It has been years since Muhammad reunified Persia, and the Qatar dynasty has since been in decline. First, its loss of Georgian territory, then Transsaxania, and the rest of Caucasia to the Russians. Then the dagger was the British Empire that struck the heart of the Qatar dynasty, bringing the end of the Persian rule in Afghanistan and Baluchistan. Weaker by the day, the Qatars have no choice but to appease the Russians and the British with oil. With the appeasement comes corruption and treason, which the nation is rife with. With the fall of the Russian and British empires, it is the event following after the Weltkrieg. It is time for the Qatar dynasty to finally be able to find its place in the sun, or be left behind in the sand. And Kerensky's been shot. Okay, fantastic. So we have no manpower. Why is our manpower at 0? Lingering famine is a negative 4% modifier, which is not fantastic. 1% stability, and we are on volunteer only, civilian economy. Things are not great. And I feel like lingering famine, is that, like, do you actually get rid of that through here, or is it just famine? There's 2 results found for that. Okay, we have to get rid of it through you. Well, we cannot do that until Black Mondays actually happen. So we have a few months until then. But the Socialists Protest. Hundreds of people have gathered in the streets in protest of our current government. These people are part of the banned Socialist Al-Dad Party and the main socialist organization in Persia. Although it is illegal, it still has much support from more populace. These protests will end in violent clashes with the police, and every day more and more people are losing faith in our government. If we want the protests to stop, we must end the political chaos inside the government itself and create order throughout the nation. We lose a little bit of stability. Radical socialists get a little bit more popular, but they're only at 10%, which actually is not insanely high. Let's see, we need you. That's 56 days. Do you need both? You do need both. So you got some wealth. 35. These are actually pretty fast. This only takes 70 days. And hopefully, yeah, these two will just remove the penalty entirely, which is going to give us a lot more population to use. I think this is the exact same event twice. They're still protesting, which is unfortunate, but I don't know if there's anything I can actually do to stop them from doing that. The government reform. Followed by the education. I mean, we can expand the army funding. We're definitely not going to go with the French. I don't think we can actually do that unless we went socialist anyways. We actually couldn't choose any of these quite yet. We want to go with Germany or Austria. War support, planning speed plus 10%. No, 50% organization. It's got to be better than some planning speed. War support, plus 5% organization, 20% land, doctrine research speed. Yeah, no, I think we're going to go for the Austrians. Not that I believe we can really join any of their factions at all. But still, Austria for the better organization. I think it's just more useful for us. Refugees from Afghanistan. Yet another war has started between Afghanistan and the Dominion of India. The Shia minority in Afghanistan fears that this will only make their situation worse. They decided to start a new life here. However, the situation might be more problematic than we think. If we accept these people in our nation, the government of Afghanistan will be deeply upset with us. I mean, we're going to invade Afghanistan at some point in the future, so I'm not too worried about that. And there's been a third protest. Hopefully that'll actually go away and it's not just bugged. That we're going to constantly get it. Okay, so we have been hit by Black Monday. Unfortunate. I mean, construction speaks from good factories. What? I mean, what do we do first? Do we go straight for... Yeah, people are declaring a war on each other. Do we go for the economic recovery plan first? Or, I mean, what do you want here? We got the research slot, which is nice. The free boost for conscription policy is also nice. The research speed's not bad. What's unruly cons? What are they affecting us by? It's a little bit of war support loss. The Child Labor Act. We can only do this if... we'll probably go with traditional values. I think that's actually the only one we could take. But for now, let's remove... We can get some oil. We do need steel as well. So just going for the economic boost right now probably makes the most amount of sense. We do have enough political power where we can actually just change this right now. So let's just go up to limited. Because then the national focus will push us up to extensive. For free. I mean, it's only saving 100 political power, but 100 political power, that's, you know, that's how many days worth? A handful, I would imagine. Yeah, it'd save us about 2.5 months, 2-3 months of political power could gain. And literally everything in the world is happening right now. Let's get Blue Army. We'll say you to basically take over Iraq for now. You guys do need some leaders, though. We got a 1-3-4-2. We're definitely going to go for the 3-3-1-1. And your hill fighter mountaineers. You have defense boost, but your attack is so terrible that I don't want you in my my army at all. You could go for adaptable. Terrain penalty reduction plus 30%. You know what? That's pretty good. I'll take it. And yeah, put that on top of the 4-1-1. He can't be upgraded right now, but that's fine. But yeah, like 30% reduction in the terrain penalties is extremely good. I mean, we're not fighting any... Oh no, there are hills. There are a decent amount of hills here. We've also got some mountains. So actually, he's pretty good for us. He's going to be a good general in the years to come. And of course, we want to go off of civilian economy as fast as humanly possible. 15 political power, which is quite nice. Like, who do we got here? Seems like most of the normal people. Skoda tank is... What are you? The first month of the Islamic calendar, and a month of Greece for Shias in Persia. So you're for light tanks and medium tanks, but they do get a little bit more expensive. And I'm thinking, like, as Persia, like a lot of small countries, like you just don't really have the industrial base, I think, to make good use out of this. Get a stability bonus as well. What about our industry? What's our industry looking like? Chemical company. We have 3 different chemical companies. Synthetic research, industrial research. I mean, this one just seems to be the best one. Because you get boost for... Yeah, I mean, this one's horrible. I don't know what you'd ever take Iran. It just seems bad. And the Shah is dead. Reports this morning have come to us informing us of the passing of Shah Qatar. After he was shot by an assassin by attempt by the socialists a few years ago, his health has been poor. And it seems that this, combined with the increased stress from ruling the nation, has led to his death. Hassan Mirza, Ahmad's brother and heir to the Sun throne, has taken power, but a power struggle has already begun among the many factions in Persia. Mirza himself has great ambitions for the Qatar dynasty, bringing suspicion from politicians in the Mahaj, the socialists, and a group that has been banned for many years. May try to rear its head. He will stay in Persia. Right? Like, it seems like he will stay in Persia. So we're going to be getting a new leader now. The Shah is dead. Probably past the focus. We've got a research speed bonus. After that, go for the next research speed. So what happens now? Mirza has decided to stay in Persia where there are many people loyal to him, willing to fight for him. He could command these people to storm the Hajj and keep order and capture any potential threats. You could also send these people to capture key points of Tehran and try to secure his power. However, Hassan Mirza could also not command the people at all and try to keep the peace. Does this actually... I feel like sending a loyalist to secure key points in Tehran? Because we're trying to do long live the Shah. We want to do Wrath. Does it say here? Direct control of the country. And you were the constitutional reform. So we want the absolutist path, for sure. Let's try to capture key points in Tehran. We've captured key points in the city. With people loyal to Shah have successfully captured key points in Tehran, the police and army have stopped any rebellion from taking place. However, there's still some politicians that refuse to accept stronger rule from the Shah. These politicians are loyal to the Mahaj and not to the Shah. Do we allow these politicians to remain free? Absolutely not. Arrest them. But we stay as a constitutional monarchy. Which is unfortunate, because that actually ruins a lot of things down here. Because we can't do Baluchistan. We cannot do the Armenian question or attack Georgia. But that's fine. I mean, it sucks that we can't do everything that I wanted. Like, we can still take over, like, Afghanistan, right? Yeah, we can still attack Afghanistan. We can still attack Turkestan as well. I don't know how well we can actually really effectively do that, though. Mostly just because Russia probably will beat us there first, I would imagine. Get Bahrain. We can demand territory. That's only after they've been defeated. The Armenian question. Yeah, and unfortunately, we just cannot take over the rest of the Caucasus right now. We could get some claims in Iraq. We can't do this one because we did not take beacons of socialism. So, but we can get most of this stuff done. And no national focus set. We still got to get rid of all these massive penalties we got. So go with you. And yeah, you're going to remove recovering economy. Trade incentives. Like, there's a lot of things we need to get done. For sure. Also, the Navy... I don't know if the Navy is that important, to be honest. Like, it's definitely a little bit important. For sure. But I don't think it's the most important. Like, do we have a Navy? Do we have any planes either? We have 10 ships. We have no aircraft. And we will assign our only admiral there. The Admiral's also, like, not fantastic. He's kind of meh all around. How many troops do the Ottomans have? 21 to 55. I mean, it's going to be a hard-fought campaign for sure. Once, you know, Saudi Arabia or Jabal Shammar, whoever actually wins the civil war, once one of those guys comes out, we should be looking in a much better position. Just to make it Egypt, Yemen, the revolt that happens in Syria. Once all those factors kind of build on top of each other, hopefully we're going to be in a good position. I'm trying to think. What we probably want to do is, first things first, claim this area, take around Baghdad. Like, these cavalry divisions just steamroll right across. That would be by far the best. The wealth of the Astan Quds Razavi. Okay, so the Autonomous Charitable Foundation, based in Persia, known as the Boyard, they took after estates, repairing and refurbishing old temples and other buildings, and even educating orphan school children. They're very popular in a wealthy organization, and even have influence inside their government. However, they will focus on their vast amount of wealth, seeing the effects of black money on their citizens. The Astan Quds have agreed to give us some of their wealth to help with the problem. However, we have a second option. We can fully seize their wealth, giving us more money to work with and deal with black money. However, there's a large support. Seizing their wealth will lose us some support from the public. We get construction speed, political power gain, just for the rest of the game. Or we get 3 civilian factories. A bunch, or the same amount of construction. The deal is good enough. We'll go with them. I mean, the 3 civilian factories is definitely nice. But I think we're kind of fine ignoring it for now. And how long until Russia decides to invade this region? Because it'd be nice to take over Turkestan. I'm pretty sure it almost guarantee a... Yeah, there's still Socialist Protest. I think there's always going to protest. What can you do about that? But like, even if we were to liberate Tajikistan, which is this region, I think, that's probably going to put us in direct conflict with the Russians at some point. Okay, so the Syndicalists have won in Italy. That's fine for now. Afghanistan has 512 divisions. Like, our army is really just... It's actually not very big. We will train up a handful of troops. Just like 3 more divisions. Put them into the border region. And with 6.2 thousand rifles missing, it's going to take us 1,400 days. And I know for a fact that the war with the Ottoman Empire is coming much, much, much sooner than that. So we got some things we got to worry about. Egypt. You have an election coming in October. You don't do this until May of 1937, so it's got about a year, roughly. Okay, is one of the wealthiest men in Persia, if not the whole Middle East, having the share of the Anglo-Persian Oil Company, and having received yearly tributes from the British Empire alongside his subjects in the province of Kurdistan. He has become unimaginably wealthy and influential to the point the province of Kurdistan is his personal kingdom. The economic reforms underway, we need a huge source of income, and we believe his wealth is the answer. If we can't convince him to splice with his wealth willingly, we can prevent any unwanted hostilities. On the other hand, we can seize all his possessions, which will entirely remove him as a threat in the future, and also give us more supplies to work with, although the consequences for such actions will be severe. So we get research gain plus 20%. That's not that great, mostly just because we don't have a lot of resources in Persia at all. Or we just get 20 for oil. A little bit of support and... Yeah, no, that's fine. 24 oil. We will just take all of this stuff. Give me a bunch of oil, because actually having a lot of oil will hopefully also allow the AI to kind of trade with us, which will give us a handful more factories. Would be nice. The steel is nice. Civilian factories are nice. Let's at least get rid of one level of the famine. And after that, here's 35 days. Unfortunately, like, I really wish I just, I probably had to, yeah, I had to probably push into the Majalis, unfortunately, but you know what? It is what it is. We'll keep our constitution, get our stability boost. Political power plus 100 is not that great. Attack and defense of core territory. More stability. I mean, stability is good. And also, if we want to, we can just justify wars on Armenia, Georgia, and Baluchistan as well. That's really the only ones we're missing are these three. I mean, Baluchistan taking over all Afghanistan. I mean, we can have a pretty solid Persian Empire. They just keep on. I mean, stability's going up. Maybe we have to get rid of political crisis. I imagine. What gets rid of political? Actually, do you get rid of political instability? Do any of you get rid of it? Oh no, it's political crisis. Crisis. Okay, so you would expect to play into 50% stability. Okay, that's nice. And hopefully that will get rid of the protest events from happening. Because otherwise we're just gonna keep getting hit over and over and over again with a -2%, -2%, -2%. Which over time has a lot would screw us over. So we got a dictionary. With the rise of nationalist and separatist movements all around the world, a unified and united Persia is needed. Persian language, first ever Farsi dictionary. 2% stability, 10. Yeah, we'll do that one. -5 political power is not that bad. Like, we don't really even need the political power for too much at this exact moment. Like, we'll need it soon, just not right now. We have a little bit of tungsten. Is that for the artillery? It is. We don't need that many artillery pieces in comparison to just rifles. The next one will go here. How long until that military factory is done? February of next year. That is a long time. Is there any military factories in here? More oil? Like a lot of oil? We got another research slot there. Cheaper infantry equipment. No, I actually don't see any, just military factories. We got some civilian. Child Labor Act, factory output. Factory output. Yeah, no, I just don't see a free... Like, we got dockyards for free. Infrastructure. Yeah, we might just not get any factories, which is a bit of a shame, actually. But we're gonna go for long live the Shah, 35 days, and I think this is gonna be a good time for us to end this episode. Thanks for watching, my name is Anthem. If you enjoyed, give it a thumbs up. Now, enjoy, close them down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.